Batho ba ba berekang go Home Affairs ba ba rekisang di immigration papers, lo rekisa di passport, lo rekisa di ID le di permit. Do you guys see what you have done to this country? La bona or lo dirileng. You guys don't love this country. Ale sharp, man. Ale batho ba ba sharp. But your days are coming and you will account for what you have done.
My people, there's fire on the mountain. The Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Leon Sherba, has announced that he will be starting a nationwide cleanup by starting to cancel about 2,000 fraudulent study visa based on the findings of the SIU investigation into various corruption in the Home Affairs. And he said after that, he will start cancelling fraudulent visas issued to foreign nationals by corrupt Home Affairs officials. So if you have paid money to acquire any visas in South Africa as a foreign national, that means one of your leg is in South Africa and one of your leg is in the border of South Africa. There is no way to hide. There is a nationwide cleanup. If you have done a fraudulent marriage, fraudulent life partnership, now this guy is cleaning up South Africa. For those that have paid money to buy fake permits, for those that are with fake South African passports, take a scissors and cut it. Hand over yourself to the police or face the full might of the law. Because this guy is not joking at all. Hey, Dr. Leon is not joking. This guy is cleaning up the system. He's cleaning up the system. South Africa is going to be seeing a new dawn very soon. And I'm really proud of this government. I'm really, really proud of them. You know, restoring the dignity of the Home Affairs, the immigration system of South Africa. You know, I kudos to him. Kudos to him.
Ngicela ningisize bandla. Ngicela ningisize ngicakeke kakhulu njengamanje. Emsebenzini angazi ngizofika ngithi bengiyephi. Cause ngifike la ekseni ezingibhukhile ukuzoyenza iID card lami, ngishintshe ibook lami. Bayancaba ukungisiza. Bathe ngiyi-foreigner. Isendwendwe la eHome Affairs.
So this is a video of taxi buses in South Africa that appear to be deserted at the park, and in the comment section some people are celebrating, saying that South Africa is going to collapse without foreign nationals, and somebody went as far as saying that South Africans are going to regret why they asked foreigners in the country illegally to leave, because according to him, without foreign nationals, South Africa cannot stand. Now, to call a spade, it is important to note that there's no country on earth today where serious protest is taking place without that country facing economic challenge. And it is predicted that South Africa's economy is going to take a major hit economically. So as a South African, embrace yourself for economic shock. But I digress. Now, one thing is clear, whether South Africa is going to collapse or not, which I don't even believe, because South Africans went through the apartheid, the economy of South Africa took, serious hits. Eventually they survived, and now ordinary protests cannot destroy South Africa. Ordinary protests cannot collapse the economy of South Africa. Mind you, as of 2026, June 20th, South Africa remains the African country with the largest economy. So let's swallow the idea that South Africa is going to collapse for a sec, even though it is never going to happen. With that change of thing, the answer is no. It is within the constitutional right of South Africans, their sovereign right, their fundamental right to say no to foreign nationals in the country illegally. It is within their sovereign right to say no to foreigners violating their immigration laws, taking advantage of their women. It is within their fundamental right to say no to Zimbabweans coming into South Africa illegally and also taking over the jobs that are meant for average South Africans. It is within the constitutional right of South Africans to say no to some Nigerians in South Africa distributing illegal substance. It won't change the fact that what South Africans are saying is, we don't want you coming into our country to violate our traditional rights, violate our constitutional rights, violate our laws, violate our immigration laws. Respect us if you are here. Be law-abiding individual if you are here with us as a foreigner. That is simply what South Africans are saying. And don't get involved in informal businesses that are meant for average South Africans. You don't expect South Africans to beg foreign nationals in South Africa to feed them, do you? It doesn't make sense now. So when South Africans say stuff like, this business is not for you, it's for the indigenous here, they are not wrong. When South Africans say stuff like, This job is specifically meant for the South Africans, not for foreigners. They are not lying, because in every functioning nation on earth, there's something called protected positions, specific setups, legally restricted by the government exclusively for the locals. In essence, as a foreign national in South Africa, there are jobs, there are businesses you are not allowed to participate. There are jobs you are not allowed to do. There are businesses you are not allowed to do as a foreigner in South Africa, and it's called informal businesses. All right? There's nothing wrong with protecting the positions that are meant for your own people as a leader, as a group, as an organization. Every nation does it. Okay? This does not mean that South Africa is a selfish nation or South Africans are xenophobia. They hate other Africans, so therefore South Africa is a xenophobic nation. South Africans are Afrophobia. No. The reality is that a nation that fails to protect key positions for its own citizens risks losing control of its future. So if you're celebrating that South Africa is going to collapse because they want African nationals in the country illegally to live, or they want African nationals violating their laws to live, stop. Wake up from that dream. It is a fabricated dream. It's not going to happen. South Africa is not going to collapse. This is the same country that fought the apartheid and survived. So what makes you think protests will collapse South Africa economy? Come on now, wake up. Stop expecting failure. Stop expecting the downfall of South Africa because you don't like the way some South Africans are handling their national issue. What is happening in South Africa affects South Africans. South Africa belongs to South Africans, and as long as South Africa belongs to South Africans, it is within their right to fix their country. You may not like it, of course. Some South Africans may be going about it in a wrong way, but at the same time, it is within their constitutional right. And as long as you are not in South Africa, just watch from your home and keep it moving. Stop spreading propaganda. Stop amplifying negative stereotype. Stop reinforcing false narrative. Okay? You won't change a thing. Because the reality is that it is within their constitutional right, their fundamental right, sovereign right to get rid of foreigners in the country illegally. Foreigners taking over their jobs. Undocumented foreigners creating problems in South Africa. It is within their right. There's no country on earth today where immigration law is not prioritized. So why is it that South Africa is expected to let go of immigration violation in South Africa to please other Africans? It doesn't make sense.
We've just met with the branch manager of HomeAffairs here in Wynberg after we were informed that some learners that were brought here to come and get their first IDs were being turned back because HomeAffairs was saying they are only going to assist up to 160 people, which was very problematic because the department released a communication saying for the purposes of the voter registration weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, all Home Affairs offices in South Africa, even mobile offices, are going to be open from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. So we're here, we're going to make sure that they get their IDs, because these are first-time voters. They need to get their IDs so that we can take them to IEC for them to be able to register to vote. So no one must be turned back by Home Affairs. Anywhere in South Africa, Home Affairs must operate from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. That's what the department said. That's what Leon Schreiber said. So anyone who is having issues with Home Affairs, contact the EFF. Our people must get their IDs so that they can be able to register to vote.